What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Reviews. We're diving into Forge, guys, a Russian Imperial Stout from Foundation Brewing Company. I have not had much experience with these guys, but I've had a few beers that I have really enjoyed. This one, admittedly, has been sitting in the back of my fridge for an extended period of time. Guys, it's okay. This is a Russian Imperial Stout, one of my favorite styles of beer, actually. Doesn't seem to have anything fancy going on with it. It's just a plain Russian Imperial Stout, clocking in at 10% ABV, 1 pint, and you're gonna get this beer for around $4.50 to $5 per can. So a little bit expensive for a beer, but you know what, guys? It's still gonna be a 10% Russian Imperial Stout. So honestly, you can find beers that are more expensive than that for the style. It is still cold, admittedly. I've tried to let it warm up a little bit, but it's halftime of the playoffs, guys, for NFL, and I'm gonna crack into this one now because you know what? I'm watching football today. My wife let me get the day switched around, so I went into work this morning. I got to get the afternoon and evening off to watch football. Shout out to Danny, you rock. And that's why you will not see Danny in this review today, guys. Go to a pour with my nice fancy big glass. She's pretty jet black, guys, but there is a brown intertwined color in there. It's not going to be like midnight oily, but it's got some good density to it, but 10%, it's not going to be the biggest beer either that we've put into this glass. We've done some 14 and 15% ABVs. Again, this just coming in at 10%. So yeah, there we are, guys. Forge can, Russian Imperial Stout. Nice tan khaki head. It's kind of just a foamy layer sitting on the top. It's actually like a halfway, a semi-head, if you will. It's actually dissipating quite quickly. But when I poured it, it wasn't full frothiness all the way across that top layer. It's just kind of evaporating right in front of my eyes with a little ring around the edges. And again, guys, very dark to the appearance in that glass. So let's go to an aroma. Again, a little bit chilled still. My fault. I'm notoriously known for frickin' not warming my beers up properly, especially when it's a Russian Imperial Stout, but I'm working on it. I'm working on my patience problem. Very roasted malt forward, a little malty driven, kind of like bready complex underneath. Some definite like dark chocolates bursting out of this. A little bit of like that espresso roasted, kind of like Starbucks coffee roast. You know, that's coming off the top. More molasses. Kind of like that campfire char, if you will. A little bit of that going on in here, guys. But again, I think this needed to warm up a dash more, but still getting some of those qualities for sure. It's more like campfire roasty than I thought, actually, like with that smoky smell. Maybe a little bit of like dark fruit, just a touch of that, but that's actually more faded than the rest of the aromas. Let's go in, guys, as Forge. Again, very favorite style for a stout. I love Imperial style, or Russian Imperial Stouts, if you will. Let's go in. This has some sort of like earthy fruitiness to it, like a weird fruity quality that's, I've seen this in like a Three Floyds beer. It was their like hoppy porter. I can't remember what the beer was called, but it had like this really weird like hoppy, it was a very hop forward porter, but it had like a slight fruitiness to it. So in this, I'm getting some sort of fruitiness underlying that actual true Russian Imperial Stout flavoring. It's not your typical Russian Imperial Stout, in my opinion. Very roasty. This is bizarre. It's almost like it's got like a New England style IPA quality somewhere hidden under there, like some sort of like Citra note. It's something along those lines, like a Citra or Amarillo hop, something like that. I don't know how to explain it, guys. It's got this weird kind of piney, earthy hop forwardness, and then I almost get like a citrus note underneath of everything. I mean, it's Russian Imperial Stout #1, and then underneath that big stout is this fruity factor coming in that makes for an interesting flavor, if you will. I mean, it's very hot for a Russian Imperial Stout. It's got nice bitterness on the back end, quite lingering. Reminds me of like an IPA. Again, that fruitiness transitions into like a bitter, earthy, malty back end, if you will. So there's some quality in this that reminds me of like a New England style IPA, like one of the hops in a New England style IPA. I obviously can't point it out directly. Maybe I'm insane. That's very possible as well, but I am getting that underneath, guys. A little bit of licorice, dash of fennel. Again, that campfire roastiness really coming out. A hint of Java coming out. Again, a little bit of that dark roast, coffee, maybe that French roast, Starbucks coffee, if you will. Dark chocolate, definitely in here. It's not erupting with flavor, but there's a hidden dark chocolate note underneath. And again, guys, more hop forwardness that comes through the forefront of it, kind of hits you through the middle, slaps you with bitterness on the back end. Solid Russian Imperial Stout with a little bit of a fruity note underneath. It's different. It's very different with like a layer of creaminess. But again, that sharp kind of like bitterness on the back end to round it all out. As I spill. A little bit of cocoa nib in there. It's coming out a little bit of cocoa dust, cocoa powder. A little bit more chocolate, but yeah, it's good. This isn't meant to be that fancy, but I feel like this is like fancier than it was meant to be. Seems like there's something different in the malt bill. Like there's just, it's almost got like some sort of like fruity English kind of malt in here that's coming through, guys. It's just a different style that I'm used to for the Russian Imperial Stout style. Again, just a little bit of a twist that I'm not accustomed to. Do I hate it? No, I think it's still very good. Yeah, it's just a different hybrid of a Russian Imperial Stout that I'm not quite accustomed to. It's still in there. Yeah, there's a lot of this interesting malt driven into this caramel, kind of English roast, English malt. And again, that fruitiness still punching me around a little bit. Yeah, guys, as for rating, I could go on forever on this one. It's elaborate, it's different. I wasn't expecting this. A little bit milky, too. 3.89 out of 5, guys. That's what it's going to be for me. This has been Forge from Foundation Brewing Company. Again, don't take this the wrong way. I just wasn't expecting the flavor profile I got today, guys. I'm Dan. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Hit that subscribe button. And if you don't, I still love you anyways. I'm Dan. See you on the next one. Cheers.